Tonight on Evening.
I'm a cheesehead by birth.
What makes this great-grandmother's casserole the world's best? A new exhibition explores the mysterious connection between memories and the future.
I say, oh, it's called Haunted, and then they look at me and go, ooh.
And cheers to eating local, a 35-year-old winery's homegrown menu.
From outside T-Mobile Park, I'm St. Brian, and Mariners Mania is obviously taking over the city as Seattle rallies behind its team, chasing history and a shot at the World Series. How long have you guys been waiting for this moment?
24 years. 24 years.
We're so pumped up. We're ready.
Let's go, Mariners.
Mariners in 4, baby.
Woo.
Get the brooms ready. Get the brooms ready.
I think we might as well go in the whole thing.
Yes.
It is their year. They're the only team that hasn't made it. They deserve it, right? They worked hard enough for it all year, and they're surprising the rest of the world, just like what the Seahawks did when they went to the Super Bowl. So I think they're going to go all the way.
The Mariners, who started the day 2 games up on the Toronto Blue Jays, will host them again tomorrow and, if need be, on Friday. You know who would have loved all of this? Dave Niehaus, the original voice of the Mariners. We remember Dave in tonight's Evening Rewind.
In the Northwest, we don't need robins. We know it's spring when his familiar call is in the air.
The most improbable win in their history. My, oh my, what a game tonight.
Voice of the new Seattle Mariners, Dave Niehaus. Thank you, Ken Wilson. Good evening, everybody.
For more than 20 years, Dave Niehaus has put the my oh my in Mariners magic.
Back on the ball, new field. Fly away.
He's the father of those flyaways. He's treated fans to a feast of favorite phrases.
Get out the line, it's a grand salami!
I have been very, very, very lucky. I get paid for doing something that a lot of people would love to do, for nothing probably.
What do you think of Dave Niehaus?
I let a guy sign my back. What do I think of it?
Deep into left center field, and that's got a shot to go, and that is gone, fly away!
One of the things listeners love best about Dave are those familiar phrases that some call Niehaus-isms.
My, oh my!
What is the origin of my oh my?
I have no idea. I've always said that. I mean, what else can you say when, everything is there? I have always said just my oh my. My mom said, everybody's watching this has said, my, oh my,
Which moment in all those games is the most memorable to Dave?
Probably opening night 1977, because of the return of Major League Baseball to Seattle. To see 58,000 fans there was unbelievable. And the crowd roared. There you go, son. You're welcome.
Contract goes through the year 2000. I guess you'll be 65 years old.
Right.
Is that the time that you go, my, oh my, that's a long time, I'm out of here?
No. If my health holds up, I'll be doing it until my health says no. I mean, how can you beat this job anyway?
My, oh my, what a game tonight.
Nobody called him quite like Dave Niehaus. His daughter, Greta, felt the need to sit down next to a statue of her dad in center field when the M's beat the Tigers last week. That photo has gone viral. The Mariners are chasing a world championship. A Sumner grandmother is already there. Chris introduces us to the woman who's been called the greatest casserole baker of all time.
I'm the casserole ambassador. World casserole ambassador.
Betty Sullivan of Sumner is our very own casserole queen.
This is so cool.
Her crunchy Tex-Mex casserole was named the world's best casserole by All Recipes. We asked their editorial director, Devin O'Brien, what made this hot dish take high honors.
So she did a great job of using pantry staples to make it really easy and convenient, and she nailed the flavors and textures. And then of course you have the gooey cheese element in there.
I'm a cheesehead by birth.
All topped with the crunchy corn chips and that creamy ranch. And then it's also really easy to make and feeds a crowd, which is always a win in our books.
It comes together in a literal jiffy.
As long as you keep a box of Jiffy Mix in your pantry, you can put something together.
How did Betty become adept at the art of casseroles?
When you've got 6 sons and you've got to feed them and you're very broke and you've got to pound a hamburger, it's like, what do you do? So you find a way to stretch it. It's like casserole's the answer.
Betty didn't get rich on her recipe, but she did get a prize.
$500.
And she's happy to see the dishes she used to stretch the budget and feed her family are now trending.
But it's pretty cool.
Casseroles went from being this dinner that people would make fun of to now being something that people actually want to eat and are excited to eat.
There are more than 1,600 casserole recipes on allrecipes.com. And now, one of them is Betty Sullivan's.
I think it's awesome that the rest of the world can now cook something that she has done, not just us that know her. So I think it's very good.
Oh God, thank you, David. that's just, it's so heartwarming.
In this casserole queen's kitchen, a clean plate equals happy hearts.
It's love. I've always told my kids, you know, you might not get a high school yearbook, but I'll feed you. You know, you will always have food, and it'll be good food.
All right, thank you, Chris. That QR code you see will take you straight directly to Betty's recipe for her casserole. If you're still hungry, who here is hungry? Well, we've got Seattle's allrecipe.com's 3 most popular casseroles.
We had one that went viral a couple of years ago. That's our Crunchwrap casserole. It's obviously a copycat of a fast food favorite, but instead of having to individually wrap every single Crunchwrap, you're making it in one big pan, which makes it perfect for feeding a crowd. Of course, we have to have a tater tot casserole in there. Everyone loves tater tot casserole. And then the third recipe is Mama's chicken and rice casserole, and this is a classic vintage dump and bake casserole. So it's super easy to make. You have a lot of hands-off time, but you end up with a very delicious, creamy, crowd-pleasing casserole.
Always love a crowd-pleasing casserole. All right, it is time to vote in the 33rd annual Best of Western Washington Viewers Poll. What's in it for you? Possibly a getaway to Napa Valley. Here's how you do it.
Go to kingpod.com/best now or scan that QR code to vote and tell us who's best in Western Washington. Whose Mexican fare is fire? Which coffee place gives you the best caffeine buzz? Whose sandwiches send you? There are 45 categories in all, and each vote enters you to win a sweet prize, a luxurious Napa Valley wine country wellness getaway worth $7,000 from Aegis Living. Still to come, Jose and Kelly wine and dine on a 35-year-old winery's homegrown menu. And explore the mysterious connection between memories and the future at a new exhibition.
Evening's 33rd Annual Best of Western Washington is sponsored by Aegis Living, where we treat you like family.
Evening is sponsored by DeLille Cellars.
Who are we? Are we intrinsically good or evil? This is the struggle. And I struggle with it all the time.
Hey, this is Saint. Looking forward to the new 5-part documentary series on Martin Scorsese coming to Apple TV this Friday. The legendary director behind Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, and Goodfellas sat down for an incredible 20 hours of intimate interviews with filmmaker Rebecca Miller. They dive deep into some profound topics: his relationship with faith, his exploration of violence in cinema, and his very personal struggles throughout his remarkable career. And it gets even better. Scorsese is joined by some of his fellow filmmaking legends and the iconic stars who brought his unforgettable characters to life. Whether you want to binge all 5 hours in one sitting or take your time and savor each episode, Mr. Scorsese is going to be an incredible journey into the mind of one of cinema's greatest artists.
Welcome back to the show from outside T-Mobile Park. Seattle is finally witnessing postseason baseball at its peak. The fans are filling up the stadium and the street buzzing with hope. The Mariners team store also enjoying this run, selling championship series hats and shirts like this one, which reads, "Seize the moment." Shoppers coming in from all over the Northwest, Idaho, Oregon. We even saw a brave Toronto fan.
Go Hams.
A new exhibition at the Tacoma Art Museum is called Haunted, and it's inviting visitors to explore the mysterious connections between memory, the past, and the future that has never come to be.
There's an entire film edited from footage found on the floor of an old civil rights movie theater. Family photos that never come into focus, and a tour through an abandoned neighborhood of futuristic houses. Just some of the works, blurring memory and imagination, you'll find in the exhibition Haunted, curated by the Tacoma Art Museum's own Ellen Ito.
Every time I speak to people about the show, everyone does the same thing. I say, oh, it's called Haunted, and then they look at me and go, ooh, and they're not wrong.
Ellen says in this case, Haunted refers to hauntology, a philosophy about how the past shapes our present and future.
It's not meant to be spooky, it's meant to be mysterious, but in all the ways that that word can be used. Good, bad, scary, amazing.
In micro-theaters with church pews as seats, you'll see films that seem to suspend the viewers between vision and imagination, each creating a dialogue with its viewers.
The past is always so much worse or so much better than this very moment, but realistically, I mean, it's all revisionist history once we pull it through our own perception.
And there's one more surprise waiting inside.
I don't want to give too much away, but if you know, you know. Let's just say that if you've ever been haunted by the vocal stylings of Van Halen frontman David Lee Roth, I have a show I think you really need to see.
Haunted runs at the Tacoma Art Museum through June 7th of next year. Our friends Kelly and Jose are getting a taste of the Northwest tonight. They're visiting Woodinville Winery's restaurant, cafe, and bottle shop.
Today we're in our University Village space at DeLille-Onville. We've been a winery for 35 years. We had the opportunity to open up a restaurant in Woodinville, and then when we had a chance to showcase Pacific Northwest wine and food here again in University Village, we had to jump at the opportunity. As you walk in, you basically have two options. We have kind of a retail area where you can buy gifts, look at merch. We've got a coffee shop in the back, so if you're here early in the morning. Behind me, we have our main dining room and bar.
I know you are here for the famous D2.
I am.
But the bartender just did a gin punch for me.
What is that?
I have no idea. But it's good.
And behind that, we have kind of what we're calling the solarium. So we have a little bit of a sunnier feel in that other half of the year when Seattle's a little bit dark and gloomy. And then we have sort of a speakeasy door where our wine club room is. This is our 2019 D2. We also will be trying the 2022 vintage of D2. And I pulled up our site-specific wine here, a blend of Mourvedre, Grenache, and Syrah. But this wine is specific to here in Seattle.
We are starting with my favorite wine of all time.
Which one?
D2 2019. Have you tried this?
No. But I'm about to.
And we're starting off really strong here. This is when I'm always like, how do you taste wine? Do you swirl? Do you smell?
It's really good.
The next one is D2 2022.
Sounds like you really like the D2s here.
I 2. D2 times 2. Oh, okay. No cheers, no smell, no swirl.
We have a caviar toast on brioche with a little egg white and creme fraiche salad. We have 3 Shigoku oysters with our burnt onion mignonette. We have a panzanella salad with grilled sourdough from Julian and Juliet Bakery. Here we have a grain bowl with different roasted vegetables and a little fresh salad. We have a risotto of roasted peppers and goat cheese here, and then our quiche Lorraine with our mint salad.
Well, it looks like we have food for sure.
Did I maybe order too much?
I'm gonna go with yes.
This is to die for.
Can you share it with me?
Maybe.
We're a Pacific Northwest brand. I think that's really what it comes down to. Come in for the food and maybe stay for a glass of wine.
All right, thank you, you two. Looks like they had a great time.
Up next, where you can experience the vibrant heartbeat of Mexico through traditional dance and music.
Wow!
Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
The victory of light over darkness is celebrated this weekend in Seattle. Get ready for Diwali, the traditional South Asian festival of lights, music, dancing, and art. It's coming to the Seattle Center on Saturday. It's fun for the whole family, and it's presented by Northwest Share and the Seattle Center Festal. Diwali Lights of India is free and open to the public this Saturday at the Seattle Center Armory Food and Event Hall. Be a part of this major cultural celebration, observed throughout India every autumn.
Welcome back to the show from T-Mobile Park, where the Mariners are chasing history. Hispanic Heritage Month has ended, but the celebrations continue.
Next week, dancers will grace the stage of the Moore Theater in a tribute to southern Mexico. The Bailadores de Bronce visited New Day Northwest to share a preview.
Bailadores de Bronce started back in 1972 at the University of Washington. It came right after the civil rights movement and the Chicano movement, and there was a group of Mexican-American students that wanted some representation there, and they decided to start not only Bailadores de Bronce, but they also started a theater group and other artistic activities. So it was a very artistic period for the Chicano community here in Washington.
You can watch the Bailadores de Bronce perform next Tuesday, October 21st at the Moore Theater. They have 2 shows, one at 11 a.m., another at 7:30 p.m. Tickets on sale now. When we return, casserole controversy as King 5's local programming department weighs in.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our communities shine. Thanks to support from PEMCO Insurance. PEMCO empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at PEMCO.com.
Welcome back to the show from outside T-Mobile Park. The Mariners hoping to head to the World Series. We already have a world champion, the Casserole Queen. We met her earlier in the show, and she's inspired members of the local programming department to share some of their favorite casserole recipes.
You know, just about any casserole is pretty good if you put enough bacon and cheese in it and on top of it.
I do not like a casserole. In fact, they frighten me. There's just so much stuff in them and they don't make sense and people just put stuff in. No.
So I love casseroles. I love every Thanksgiving I make 2. I make cornbread casserole and green bean casserole. So, and I'll eat all the other ones on the table. So I love it. I love lasagna, if that's a casserole. Love them.
But the one I love to make most, it's called the broccoli puff. It's basically just broccoli and a bunch of mayonnaise. I love it so much, I shared the recipe on New Day Northwest once. So good, you've got to try it. My other hot take is lasagna is not a casserole.
Lasagna is a casserole. It's square, it's got a starch, it's got a protein, it's combined together. You cut it into squares and scoop it out and put it on a plate. That's a casserole.
So originally I'm from the Midwest, so I'm used to like a breakfast casserole. And it's got eggs, sausage, usually like a stuffing type of situation, which you think of for Thanksgiving. But I haven't had it in a really long time, and I'm kind of missing it.
My mom makes a mean chicken and rice casserole that could show up to any family occasion, and I'm definitely eating that. So yeah, casseroles are great.
Casseroles are great. The Mariners heading to the World Series would be even greater. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time, and go Ams.